Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. So I know I'm late with this video. The game was yesterday. I usually get my reactions done right after the game, but please bear with me. I've been dealing with some sickness. Don't even know what it was. Definitely wasn't COVID because I took tests for that. Came back negative, so I don't know what was going on. I'm still not 100%, but I do feel better, so I am putting out this video. So a couple things though. First thing I want to do, I want to thank everybody for the support, for the love, for vibing with me. The channel has reached 1,000 subscribers. I believe right now we're at 1,030 subscribers, so that's all because of you guys, and I appreciate that, for all the love, for again, just for vibing with me. But let's get into this game. So the New York Giants lose to the Dallas Cowboys 28-20, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, that game, we could have won that game. We really could have won that game. And nobody really picked us to win. I think I saw Chris Canty and Michael Strahan, picked us to win. But Strahan's always going to pick the Giants. He is a Giant. But the way that game started off, it was our type of game. Turnovers. We got touchdowns, field goals. And I'm like, okay, we're going into the half. It's 13-7. I'm like, okay, this is the type of game that we needed to be close. Didn't want to get blown out because we know Dallas has, firepower and things like that. But, we're right where we need this game to be. And here's another thing too. That one touchdown that was called back for Isaiah Hodgins, the one that Daniel Jones threw in the first quarter. And we got the illegal man downfield, penalty on it. That can't happen. It can't happen. I said it in the previous video that, these illegal formations, illegal man downfield, covering up the tight end type deals. This stuff should not be happening at this point in the season. And you saw it happen again, and it took points off of the board. If we keep that touchdown, or if that touchdown stands, instead of it being 13 to 7, it would have been 17 to 7, because we got another touchdown and the other two field goals. It would have been 17 to 7 if that field goal would have stand as a touchdown. And that thing matters, man, because then when Dallas goes and scores their touchdown in the at the beginning of the third quarter, and it's 14-13 Dallas, we would have still had a 3-point lead. And, that's better than having that 1 point, deficit, dragging, that pretty much for that, most of the game. But again, that game felt funny in the second half. Defense couldn't get off the field. They opened up the second half with a 7.5 minute drive. I believe the offense wasn't on the field for like 45 minutes. So these guys are cold. And of course, we answered that 7.5 minute drive with what I believe was a 3 and out. And it's like, yeah, I'm starting to feel that feeling of, are we letting this thing slip away? And usually I'm a little bit more optimistic, but for some reason that game, it just felt funny because from the beginning of the game, you saw that Saquon Barkley was not right, if you want to say that. Was it a little bit of timidness? Was it his shoulders bothering him still? But it just wasn't quite right with Saquon Barkley, and I noticed that with him. We did get Brady involved. We did get Brightwell involved and things like that. And you just saw a different type of burst, with those guys. And it's like, either this man is worked down, or he's still injured. And it could be a mixture of both. But it's just weird. Or it was just a weird feeling in second half where, you need 3-4 yards. You give it to Barkley and he's getting you like 2.5. And you're like, just drive your legs a little bit. Just like they hit him, he's not driving his legs. They tell you to keep your legs pumping. He's not doing that. He's leaning and things like that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Hate to see it, but it is what it is. So now, this game is just going. We end up losing, 28-20. We did get another touchdown during garbage time, if you want to call it that. I don't like to call parts of games garbage time. It is a popular saying though. But what happened in the fourth quarter? When we're down 2 scores, we're driving on the Cowboys, and you're huddling up. You're running the ball and you're huddling up. It's 5 minutes left in the game. Like the sense of urgency was gone. So was it a coaching thing? Was it Daniel Jones not wanting to audible some of those plays? But a lot of things can't happen. A lot of things absolutely can't happen. And hopefully we right the ship next week when we play the Washington Commanders. But again, it just was a weird game. We ended up losing, but I thought we had a chance to win this game, after that first quarter. Actually, going into the half, I thought we had a real chance of winning the game. The defense did what they could do. Kayvon Thibodeau had one of his best games ever. If he gets a sack or 2 in that game, I think they're calling it his breakout game. But he ended up with 9 pressures, no sacks. But you saw the guy that you drafted with the 5th pick, and we've been waiting a long time to see that guy have that type of an effect on a game. And keep pushing. Keep pushing. The sacks will come, and just keep striving for that, man, because you did a hell of a job, in that Dallas game. Now, what's going on with the Giants? So now we're 7-4, and you're starting to think, okay, so are we going to continue to go down, or are we going to right the ship against the Commanders? And I'm saying there's no other way possible. We're going to have to go ahead and do whatever we have to do to get this win against the Commanders. Because then you do that, and then you turn around, you got to play Philly, and then you play the Commanders again. And I'm like, it's a tough stretch. It's a very tough stretch. And what do you do? What do you do? You got to get it right. Hopefully the guys get healthy. Evan Neal should be back at some point in the next 2 games, if not the Commanders game. You got Daniel Bellinger, who I thought would probably be back, sometime in December as well, and he might be back as well. So, hope and help is on the way. As they say, help is on the way. But again, I want to thank you guys for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.